Hi, Libra. I feel like a lot of Libras have been dreaming. And I don't mean that I mean that like dreaming, like daydreaming. There's things you want to do. And the thing about it is like some people daydream all day. I feel like I've been daydreaming about specific things since I was like 3. Like things I just never did that I just always wanted to do, right? That's for another video. And I feel like Libra is like legit thinking about something that they want to do and going to do it. If I want it, I'm gonna get it. If I want it, I'm gonna get it. And I think that's a really good energy to have right now. Like, why why limit yourself? I see a lot of YOLOs in the Libra. Screw it. I was gonna say the F bomb, but it's like screw it. I'm gonna do it. I never know when I'll have the chance to. So why not appreciate, the time that I have now? Okay. All right. So some of you may have had past heartbreak. Okay, Ace of Wands. I think like that Big Sean song, Bounce Back. It's like, okay, came out reverse, King of Pentacles. But in this deck, I flip it over so you guys can see the card, but it came out reverse. But in this deck, this King of Pentacles, brief like description of the story was kind of like he worked so hard, or he wanted, such nice things, stuff that he touched to be gold. And everything ended up being too much. Now what? Okay. Now what? I'm gonna start off first by saying, with the heartbreak, like maybe, like I said, you guys are restricted for so long, you lost a part of yourself, a part of you was taken or hurt, and so now you're kind of regaining your life back and starting anew. He's so handsome in this card. I don't know what it is. Look at that. I don't know. Like, it's the curly brown, so I always stare at it. But it's like, now what? If you're the type that, Nine of Pentacles. If you're the type of person who's been, and I know like most decks, sometimes the Ace of Wands is like, don't ask me why it's a sexual card. I'm just gonna cover it up. You guys know why? Like some cards, it's just like a one rod. Like so, I feel like when I see Ace of Wands, I feel like some of you probably got cheated on or something. You're over it now. It happened in the past, but you were kind of like just having a lot of one night stands. Okay, I hate to say it. Someone you got cheated on, or someone rejected you, something happened, it was some form of heartbreak, or something happened, and a lot of you were like, I'm gonna take my life back. Hopefully that's what you said, and not let me have revenge, because trust me, I don't feel like this person's even paying you any mind. And so you've just been having a lot of like one night stands and stuff, and you didn't know, now it's just kind of like, now what? But I think a lot of you, this is kind of like the now what, It's like, now that I know I'm worthy, now what am I going to do with this? Okay. Now that I know I'm worthy, whatnot, like it's like the 9, like you guys are feeling good. Like I feel like it's not like you've had a bunch of one night stands or whatever, and you're just like, I'm so gross. How do I, like, or if it's like, I really get relationship and trying to do something to, make yourself feel better. I think it's really like, okay, I'm great now. I'm going out and people are staring at me. I'm going out and people are loving me. I'm getting, I am worthy, or if you're someone like with work, you're like, I'm making the money I've always wanted to make. I started a new job. I'm making the money that I wasn't making. Now what am I invested in though? You know what I'm saying? Now that you have it, what? Okay. Now that you have it, what? For those of you who are in school, okay, I have good grades, but what am I gonna, what's that? Like, what else do I have? I think you guys, some of you are in that place, especially those of you who are about to graduate. I feel like this month, like the end of this month into March, is when people really start realizing how close graduation is coming for people who are graduating in the summer, right? I'm making this money. Okay, so I graduate. And then for the guys, I feel like you're like, I graduate, I get the good job, I get a car, then what? You're thinking about that now for some reason. I'm kind of content. I mean, I don't have no one to share this with. Sometimes we need to go through something like this. No one should ever be your reason. You know, you shouldn't be like, if you were, you know, deciding to really like have confidence and put yourself out there and still continue to date and not feel like you're not worthy of dating anybody because someone broke your heart, is a good way to go. You know, if you're thinking you're worthy, if you're like, I'll show them and hoping that they, you know, to make someone jealous, then of course, you know, that's, but I don't see that here for Libra. I feel like Libra really was like putting that behind me, moving forward. But who am I going to spend all this with? Now what? I feel like is the question for Libra ending February and going into March. Some of you are probably at a job, you're making good money, it's easy. You want a challenge. I see that. I don't know what my cards are doing. Right. You want a challenge. I'm just gonna cut this. The reason why I cut it is because like when I have all of them in my hand, they like get sticky and they like fall off from each other. But then I like to feel the like I like to get. No one cares about my preferences. You guys are like, we're here for the message. What happened to my light? Okay, I don't know what happened. We just transitioned. Hold up. Okay, well, I don't know. All right. Let me take from this. Now what? Well, for one, Ten of Swords. The pain's gone. Love is on the way. With a potentially fire sign. Let's talk about this. Now what, right? This is defeat card. You may have defeated someone. Or you were defeated. I put that in quotes. Because it seems like whoever this was definitely bounced back, right? Now what? Don't worry. Someone's being sent for you, okay? You'll find someone to spend this with. As long as you're not trying to be like him. Greedy. Remember the story? Okay. Whoever you're going to meet might go 0 to 100 with you. You were there. You were here when you met them. And you were, this is where you were when you met them. I like to do transition. You were in defeat, in heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? You got an idea. You got a clue. You knew what you needed to do. Found love. And look at who you became. King of Wands. Good for you, Libra. Good for you. Just don't be greedy. If that's you who's being like, I want everything and I don't want to share it with nobody. All for me. Don't be like that. Even though I know, especially if someone like put you through stuff, or maybe like you were probably like people talked about your style, you want to flex on them one time. Like what's her name from Pretty in Pink when she came back and was like, "Oh, were you the one?" Big mistake. You want to go like that on them, but it's okay, Libra. Don't even have that. Don't even. It's not. They'll see you. Trust me, it'll be known for them to see that you are doing great. So don't make your progress or who you are trying, not who you're trying to be, but who you really are, your self-discovery when you start to bloom. Very springy feeling, very February into March beginning. A little flower about to sprout. Don't let it be to show off. Let it be for your higher good, okay? Or to have someone regret. I'll do another pull for another Libra and see what someone else might be going through, or continuation from where we were. We have the King of Pentacles reverse. So it's so crazy how every time I do, if you watch the other videos, every time I pull from there, I pull from here. It's kind of like this is like the advice after. It's always like a continuation, even though I try not to make it one. Okay. You're not greedy. You are going to share. You are going to help someone. Good for you. Okay. Justice. And you'll be rewarded accordingly. Like I was saying with the previous one, like if you are like doing this for you and not to, the outcome. For people regarding work, okay? I think what you're trying, what you want to do involves helping people, you can start that now, because it seems like, or maybe if you have a calling in helping people, and it may not be like a counseling thing, it might be mentorship, whatever it is that you like doing. I'm getting like someone who likes to play an instrument. I'm getting someone who maybe plays a sport. You've probably been thinking of like coaching a team. Go out in your local community and ask questions. Like you can get involved. I really feel like whatever it is that you want to do is definitely something that you want to use to better mankind. Okay. Page of Cups reversed though. But I feel like I don't want to get like help kids. I get like help kids. Definitely do that, because it's like, you're in a good place and you're like, now what? Figure it out. Like, I'm not saying figure it out, but you know what I'm saying? Like, think about things you've always wanted to do, things you've always wanted to try, especially if that's where you're at. Like, things that you've always wanted to do, things you always wanted to try. Okay? Definitely. Four of Swords. Reverse. So yeah, definitely have to get out of. And then Four of. All right, so I have Four of Swords and Four of Wands. Or peppermills for this deck. Okay? Get out of a place where you're holding back or waiting, or you don't know where you're trying to go, what you want to do. Don't waste your hard-earned work. Share with other people. Because I feel like a lot of people, it's like, I don't want to do nothing for nobody. I don't want to help anybody. Where was anybody to help me when I was going through what I was going through? See, I get that type of energy. So in the negative, that's the energy I'm getting. For a positive, you guys seems like getting what you want. If you haven't really gotten there yet, I feel like end of this month to the beginning of next month, you're really gonna start popping, feeling yourself better, going out, But I think it's also asking you to be kind to others, which I know can be hard, especially if people have hurt you in the past. Just know, I think that now that you've acknowledged and you're valuing yourself, you're going to attract people who value you. It's just like it works like that so weirdly. So weirdly. I went from a time where I didn't have any friends and I was like, maybe I'm weird. Maybe no one likes me. You know what I'm saying? I like to put me up when I tell a story. Like, maybe no one likes me. Maybe I'm weird. And sure as hell, no one was talking to me then. Or the people who were talking to me would make me feel like, yeah, you are a little weird. They'll just say little jabs and things, but I didn't want to be alone. So obviously, I'd hang out with them. Then I went into a space where I was like, okay, I know that I'm dope. I know that I'm cool, And there's insecure days, every now and then. But when I left that, I started attracting people. I met one person and met from them, met more people, and then constantly meeting people, and people who like are really cool, that are people who, get me. I get them. It's just how it works. So I feel like Libra's already on that track. And if you don't have anyone around you at that point, just wait patiently. And I feel like they're on the way. Okay. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their unique path and challenges. Okay. So for those people who are, looking away on someone, or if it's someone that you're judging based on, not like judging, but you know what I'm saying? Like someone in your past that may have done you wrong and you're looking at them like, or judging people. Everybody goes through something. Like I said, come from a place of love, self-esteem. I possess the gifts of soul that benefit me and others. You're valuing yourself now. If you're not, you're going to start to. If you don't know that you should start valuing yourself now. Okay? And I know that I cannot change the past. So don't hold back like meeting new people because people have let you down in the past, because people have hurt you, or because, I regret ever letting anybody in. All they did was hurt me, is what I hear. Now that you have this self-esteem, you're only going to attract people who are of your higher good. That's how it works. Law of attraction. If you in your head feel like you only people that want to deal with you are mean and sensitive or whatever, okay, oh, I'll show them. Get out of that. It's not even worth it. They will be shown without you even trying to. They will be shown without you even trying. You just gotta take that out and let it be handled elsewhere. You're not in charge of that. Obviously, you have better things to do, right? So, yeah, there you are, Libra. I'm so happy for you guys who are standing up for yourselves and being who you want to be, chasing your dreams. This may have not been low self-esteem, but it may have been like not feeling worthy enough to prosper. You are worthy and you're about to flourish. Help others on your journey. Tell your story. Pull people along. All right.